In the game against Man City, Frank Lampard finally decides to play Timo Werner up front, ahead of the informed Giroud and Abraham. However, it's not gonna be easy for Werner. City employed a very solid low block strategy, which have done a world of good for them recently. Boasting a total of 5 clean sheets in the last 6 matches, City currently have the meanest defense in the league, no doubt about it. Due to such a dogged defensive performance, strangely from Man City, Werner looks very isolated at times. Perhaps Lampard should have anticipated this and played Giroud instead, who's probably more suited in this type of game. However, playing Werner up front is completely understandable. Chelsea often get a couple of counter-attacking chances when City commit man forward. Werner surrounded by 2 players and made the right decision in playing the ball to the left-hand side. But Cancelo's quick enough to get back into position and make a timely interception. Another counter-attacking opportunity arrives when Cancelo loses possession in his own half. Pulisic sees the run of Werner and makes a good pass to him. But more often than not, Chelsea players were too slow to join the counter-attack. Only Mount's there to support Werner. Werner does well to keep the ball while waiting for reinforcements to arrive, but he made a hasty pass to Mount, who's clearly not ready to receive it. And Zinchenko could clear away the danger. This is one of the best chances Chelsea get all match. Kante dispossessed Rodri in a favorable position. The subsequent ball fell kindly to Werner, and he could drive into the box, an ideal situation for a quick forward like him. But his lack of sharpness on the ball allows Rodri to quickly recover and get the ball back. Again, another good counter from Chelsea finds Werner in space. And once again, Werner does what comes first thing in his mind, to drive into the box. Same result, he's well led into a dead end by Stones, and another good chance goes begging. In a top of the table clash like this one, Chelsea must try to make City pay every chance they get. But time and time again, Werner fails to make them count. Pulisic clearly signaling for a ball here, but Werner was too indecisive with the ball at times, taking too many touches on the ball. And the chance gone. So many times Werner finds space in behind, but without much effect. In this game, Chelsea badly lacked the presence of Olivier Giroud. From set pieces, Werner's got nothing on Giroud. Ziyech here is clearly looking for a target man in the box, but Werner simply knows Giroud in this type of situation. However, Werner still provides good link-up plays in and around the box. Surrounded by many Man City players, he still finds a way to pass the ball to Pulisic. Despite his run of bad form, at least he's willing enough to get himself involved. He often moves into the area just outside the box to combine with other players. This shows Werner's intelligence. He knows he might fall into an offside trap here. So he drops again into the same area outside the box and make a 1-2 with Kovacic. Unfortunately, it's slightly overhit, but at least the idea is there. What goes unnoticed a little bit is that he's still occupying good spaces in and around the box. But with Chelsea lacking the usual fluency, City managed to deal with whatever Chelsea threw at them. He gets into a good position inside the box, but he still lacks that extra zip to latch onto an excellent cross by Ziyech. I think this is the first time ever Lampard can play his ideal forward line of Werner in the middle, Pulisic and Ziyech on either side of him. But it's clear the connection between these players is still in the developing phase. Once Pulisic receives the ball, Werner still cut off from the play and nowhere near to make the connection with him. Well, the specific man marking by Rodri on Pulisic doesn't make it any easier for Chelsea. Often Pulisic not given any room to make his play in midfield. The constant marking on Pulisic is certainly a good idea on Pep Guardiola's part. This time, Pulisic managed to skip past Rodri. But there's not enough movement from Werner to give Pulisic any kind of passing options other than playing it wide. It goes without saying, Chelsea need to get the ball to players like Ziyech to make something happen. But Kante loses the ball after huge pressure from City midfield. It's foolish to blame Werner for all of Chelsea's problems. partly is down to the lack of ball progression from their midfielders. Instead of playing it directly to Azpilicueta, Kovacic often plays it safe to Ziyech on the flank. Again, Kovacic receives the ball in midfield with no way through the tight City midfield. Then it becomes a mere routine of sideways passing for Chelsea, without any real purpose to it. Credit to City though, they managed to make life difficult for Chelsea by actively putting at least one player on Chelsea midfielders. Kante has no choice here but to play it sideways again. And this has been going on throughout the match. This time, Silva managed to make a rare line-splitting pass to Mount. But as soon as he gets the ball, there are always two City players surrounding him. The same thing happens here. Mount receives the ball, and there are at least two players surrounding him. Everything just seems wrong for Chelsea at the moment. Mount has a clear sight on Werner, but for some unknown reasons, he decides to play a more difficult ball to Pulisic, who's surrounded by a couple of City players, while Werner's completely free. With such a very organized and compact defensive shape like this one, there's just no way through. This is another case of some disjointed Chelsea attacks. Werner plays a pass to Pulisic. But where are the other Chelsea players? There's no support whatsoever for either Pulisic or Werner. There are just too many dead weights in the Chelsea midfield. This is by no means a difficult ball to Werner. But somehow, Kovacic still managed to overhit it. The substitute Hudson-Odoi also has a clear line to Werner. And yet, he still allows De Bruyne to make the interception. There's no doubt, the only genuine quality in this Chelsea side comes from the forward line. And once they have enough playing time together to gel with each other, perhaps their form would turn for the better. Especially when Chelsea finally decide to do a mass clear out of the dead weights behind these three players. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, drop a comment down below, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Catch you all soon.